You guys, this is a big deal. Everyone knows that Waffle House never closes. Well, they did.
Residents still displaced tonight, so we'll keep you updated. We're going to try to talk to some of those residents. Investigators comb through this expansive scene, as the sheriff puts it, one step after the other.
So before Friday, there's a few things you're going to want to check on your car.
And of course, to check out maybe the most Post Malone place on earth. But tonight, they're not focused on the past. No, tonight is all about the future.
Don't worry, you can still fly, but you definitely want to make sure you get to the airport a little bit early because they're likely going to pull you out of the standard security line. The app works by splitting the area into 10-foot by 10-foot squares and giving each of those a unique 3-word name.
So that is from that freezing rain and sleet that we've seen coming down kind of all day that we've been driving. I'm going to get back in the car here so we can hit the road and you can take a look at the dash cam for you as well. But just up the road, you'll find a trampoline completely mangled by the winds. And if you look across the street, you'll see trees with the tops sheared off and the remnants of what looks like a metal building. They've spent every minute trying to piece together which ones of their own went to work today and now will never come home.
This is all that's left of the ice that once covered everything here in Forest Hills. Now, we talked to some of the neighbors here who told us most of them do have power back, but they said they're never going to forget what happened here over the last 2 weeks. And I mean, when your front yard looks like this, how could you?
We don't know exactly when this assault happened, but we do know police said it was on a patient here at Ascension St. Thomas Rutherford. Everyone in this building has been evacuated because of a carbon monoxide leak. This is what the scene is looking like right now. So, for example, here on 3rd Avenue, what they wanted to do after Dot Dobbins was killed was put in a hawk system. So what that is those big arms that go out over the road.
This is what happened when State Representative Justin Jones, the airport is in his district, mind you, showed up to the event.
Sir, you're not on the list. I'm sorry.
I also talked to the Republican state senator who represents that area, Mark Pody. He told me he wasn't invited either.
He was waving a flag, tapping his pistol, pulling out. It was a "Don't tread on me" flag.
And they're asking, why can't the city do the same for us?
Well, last time I looked, we were also part of the county. I pay county property taxes, as does everybody else in this room. So that's a question they probably ought to ask the county commission.
Is that something you've asked the county commission?
I have not asked the county commission. Did I go knock on doors? No, because I didn't want to get in the way of people cleaning up and bracing for what was coming.
I think those people would have welcomed a chance to talk to you.
We did, while we were down in Murfreesboro, notice one of perhaps the biggest indicators of how this storm is playing out and how much impact it's having. Take a look.
On a frigid night when snow and ice has paralyzed Middle Tennessee and shut down almost every business in town, there's one place you can always count on to be open.
Waffle House is usually pretty reliable. They always are open.
But Saturday night, we watched almost a dozen people meet the same disappointing note on the door.
Kind of shocking to see that they're closed.
Closed because the conditions on roads in Murfreesboro Saturday were too treacherous to stay open.
For me, it was when the snow turned into sleet that the ice started to really impact the roads.
Once the freezing rain started, it took mere hours for the entire city to be coated in ice.
I was sliding around a little bit, but it hasn't been quite as bad as I thought, maybe.
Our windshield is freezing, though.
Eric and Deborah told us they came to this Waffle House after trying and failing at the one down the road.
It was pretty packed in there. We couldn't really get a seat.
Another disappointed waffle hunter told us that location had a 3-hour wait. So, tails between their legs, Eric and Deborah set off for the next best thing.
I mean, we ate IHOP today, and I think they said that they were going to stay open, so we figured they'd be open
back
here.
to IHOP now.
A lot of people tell me that this is the CBGBs of the South.
For dozens of bands, the end has been the beginning.
And these staples on the wall here represent 40 years of bands playing here.
And Bruce Fitzpatrick has booked them all.
A lot of times we just decide we want to take a chance on bands like tonight. We're taking a chance on some local bands tonight and see what kind of a crowd they draw.
Bruce has been taking a chance on bands for 27 years, and some of those gambles have paid off.
Paramore started here. We did the White Stripes first time in Nashville.
From the bar to the green room to the merch booth, it's all the same as it ever was.
Well, I think we put that curtain up that about 20 some odd years ago, but that's the only thing that's changed.
But after 4 decades, 2025 was almost the end of the end. Over the last 5 years, retail asking rents in Nashville have gone up by roughly 35%. A few years ago, Bruce says his rent here doubled. Between that and the rising price of beer,
The economy was so bad in 2025 and it caught up with us a little bit, and we got a little behind on the rent.
So reluctantly, Bruce turned to his community to ask for help, looking to raise $25,000 through a GoFundMe.
We put it up, and we actually thought it was going to take a week or 10 days. It took 4 hours, So yeah, I still haven't gotten over that.
Thanks to those donations, Bruce will keep adding staples to the wall, and more bands will be able to say they got their start at the end. But that's only if the fans keep coming.
Now we're depending on the community to take it from there and come support the bands. That's the main thing that all indie venues need.
In Nashville, Braden Ross, WSMV 4.